What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here today with another off-season realistic rebuild, and today we got to do the Charlotte Hornets. We got to put this team in the right direction. We got to put them on the right path. This Hornets team needs some help, so today we're going to do our very best to put this team in the right direction and build a competent roster around LaMelo Ball. Before we jump in today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We have the bar set high on our yearly goal. Our goal is to hit 50K subs before the end of this year. I don't know if I'll get it. It might be unrealistic, but we gotta set the bar high. But when it comes to the Charlotte Hornets, they've went from, making the play-in twice and getting embarrassed to just actually missing the playoffs, missing the play-in entirely this year, which honestly I think is for the best. I think they need another lottery pick. Now, they have not done a great job drafting in the past, but today we're going to change that. We're going to put this team in the right direction. So LaMelo Ball, of course, is going to be the centerpiece of this team. He's going to be the guy I built around here. He's an absolute stud in 2K. So there's no reason to change that. We already have a cheat code in itself with LaMelo Ball. My plan is to also try to keep Mark Williams as the starting center throughout the video. I don't know how well he'll progress. We'll see how that goes, especially if we get the #1 overall pick. I technically could play Wembanyama at the 4 if we need to, though. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But first, we got to get lucky in the lottery process to begin with. So let's just jump straight into that and get started here. So lottery is going to play an important role here because we are projected the 4th overall pick. So let's just watch the lottery. So got Miami at 14, who absolutely got embarrassed in a way by Atlanta yesterday. I think everyone, including myself, thought for sure that Atlanta was going to lose that game and Miami had that in their grasp. But nope, Atlanta came in, they played well. And I actually accidentally fell asleep during the Lakers and Timberwolves games. So, yeah, pretty unfortunate. And I heard it was a great game. So I'm pretty mad at myself, but it is what it is. So Oklahoma City, number 11. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. And they got the 11th pick. So far, I don't think anyone has jumped up, which is a great sign. Mavericks at number 10. They jumped up in the last video, and this time they did not, which is amazing. So number 9. Got the Utah Jazz. So far, so good. It's looking good so far. They haven't moved up either, so nobody has jumped up. It's all stayed the same, which is a good sign for us. Indiana, number 8. Let's see if that stays. And no, Indiana's jumped up into the top 4. So could be a bad sign for us. We shall see. Orlando is number 7. Let's see what happens here. And it is going to be the Portland Trailblazers, so that means the Magic have jumped up. So this isn't looking good for us, I'm going to be honest. And we are projected 6. If we get 6, that would really suck. And no, we are going to be in the top 4, which is amazing. So, or at least in the top 5. Spurs dropped to 5, which sucks for them. And that will be the Spurs. So we are in the top 4. So if we can be top 3, I'd feel really good about that. Getting Brandon Miller, Scoot, or Wembanyama. Anything would help. And we are going to be the top 3. So just like that, we got a top 3 pick. Of course, I would love number 1, but we shall see where it goes. And we got the 3rd overall pick. So we're either going to get Scoot, Henderson, or Brandon Miller. I think that's pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. Whichever one drops to me, that's totally fine. You got Detroit at number 2, and then the Pacers number 1. I have a feeling Detroit may not draft Scoot Henderson, and then Indiana is going to draft Wembanyama. So I think we might be walking away with a guard in this draft, which is totally fine by me. Staff signing. I'm going to fill the rest of this out, and then there is a couple trades I want to make before we actually head into draft night, with like Gordon Hayward and Rozier, if I could trade them before we jump into the draft, and just totally put this team, like I said, on a different direction than what they are right now. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. The NBA playoffs are officially upon us, and there's no better way to get more out of the NBA playoffs that you're watching with Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to bet overs or unders on the players you love watching. Let me show you the website. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop. Currently, we're on the desktop version, and you're going to be opened up with this. Basically, you have every sport you can imagine. You got tennis, soccer, PGA, CSGO if you're into stuff like that, MMA, but we're here for the NBA. The play-in tournament is officially starting, and I'm looking at some of these props right here, and I'm feeling juicy. So all you basically do, you can choose between 2 to 6 players. This is my favorite way of getting more out of the game I'm watching. I'm already going to watch the game, so might as well have some fun with it. So let's say I wanted to go Clint Capella over points, and let's say I want to go like maybe over Tyler Hero's prop as well. You just go more and more. 2 players is 3 times your money, and you can go all the way up to 25 times with 6 players. If you're still unsure about it, here are some examples of winnings I've had in the past, and you can go ahead and sign up with my link down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They're matching your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100 for first-time users. Thank you, Prize Picks. for sponsoring today's video. So before I head into draft night, I'm going to try to trade Terry Rozier away. I'm going to try to send him to Washington as a team that I think would love to have a guy like Terry Rozier next to Bradley Beal. Right now they have Monte Morris as a starting point guard, but I think Morris could come over and be our backup point guard at least for the year. Gonna have his veteran presence here, and then Rozier is great and all, but I feel like we're about to get Scoot Henderson in this draft. If we don't, we get Brendan Miller. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to try to offer this, see what they say. They want my 2027 unprotected. That's not happening. I'm not doing that. I will give you, I mean, I could throw in like Cody Martin potentially if you wanted that. So let's say it's Rozier, Cody Martin for that first. So let's make it unprotected. If I'm going to give you 2 players, I want that to be like top 3 protected, not lottery protected. And they agree. So just like that, we walk away with the 2025 top 3 protected pick for Terry Rozier, which honestly I think could maybe come in handy down the line. There's a good chance that pick is going to be really damn good next year, or in 2025, I should say. We shall see, you know, the path that the Wizards go on. And then I think we just got the 11th overall pick in the second round from them. So we can walk away with some good rookies. So Rozier is taken care of. Now I'm going to see if I can attempt to trade Hayward. I don't know if there's a bunch of teams lining up for Gordon Hayward services. So I'm going to have to get really creative here. If not, he'll probably just stay on the roster for 1 more year. So I tried really hard to get rid of Gordon Hayward, and there wasn't really anything I could find. An idea I did have, but he's a little too valuable in 2K, was maybe taking Ben Simmons back, but we always get a first-round pick. That way the Nets just gets off Ben Simmons' contract entirely, and they take on Gordon Hayward's expiring, but really couldn't get that to go through. Then I tried with Miami with that Duncan Robinson bad contract, but overall, I don't really see it. And then Brandon Miller, yep, I kind of figured this would be the case, which is why we did trade away Terry Rozier. So Scoot Henderson will be the brand new backcourt mate with LaMelo Ball here in Charlotte, which is going to be exciting and a lot of fun. So we got Riley, we got Tevin Smith, we got Caleb Love. I'm going to go ahead and take Caleb Love here. I want to make sure we hit on these second round picks and hope to get some like really good potential. I'm also going to take Kyle here with this other second rounder, and then I'm going to take I saw Derek Lively, and I might end up taking him here. So I'm going to take that, and that will be my draft. So yeah, overall, couldn't get rid of Gordon Hayward, unfortunately, so he'll be here 1 more year. But I'm going to sign Caleb Love, Kyle, and Derek Lively, all to some rookie contracts. Player options, LaMelo. Theo, I'm going to renounce. I don't think we need him back. James Bouknight, I'm going to keep. Bryce McGowan, JT Thor, Kai Jones, I'll keep all those. Qualifying offers, Nick Richards and Washington. 2 guys I definitely am interested in bringing back, but we shall see what it's going to cost us. So free agency is going to be pretty important. So Washington is a free agent, and Nick Richards is as well. So right now, we have LaMelo Ball and Scoot Henderson and Monte Morris. We have James Bouknight, McGowan's, Caleb Love, Gordon Hayward at the 3, JT Thor and Kyle at the 4, and Mark Williams and Kai Jones at the 5 right now. So I think what I'm going to do is, I mean, I can either move Scoot or LaMelo to the 2. I mean, either way, they're basically going to be playing in the backcourt together. So that was our best option. So it made sense to draft Scoot once Brandon Miller went off the board. So Henderson, Monte Morris, and then either Bouknight or McGowan will be our backup 2. Gordon Hayward right now is our starting small forward, which I don't love. I want to get rid of him if I can, but it's kind of hard. So you got Kyle and then JT Thor, and you got Mark Williams, Kai Jones. So if we can bring back PJ Washington to be our starting power forward, I guess that's what our best thing to do here. And then a small forward wouldn't be bad to grab either if there is a good one. So we have like Cameron Johnson, but I feel like I've gotten him a little too much that I don't even want to oversaturate you guys with Cameron Johnson. So I'm not going to sign him. I honestly think I'm not going to do anything in free agency, weirdly enough. I think I'm just going to be happy with Scoot Henderson and LaMelo as my backcourt, let Mark Williams develop a little bit. And we're just going to simply resign Washington and Mark Williams, I think. And then when Gordon Hayward's contract is gone entirely, maybe free agency next year will be a lot better, although Charlotte's not like a free agency destination. Or we could trade Hayward to the trade deadline potentially as well if something opens up. So what I'm going to do is simply re-sign Washington and Nick Richards, and I think that's going to be it. I could re-sign Kelly Oubre as well, but I'm not going to. I'm going to match Nick Richards' offer because I want to keep him as my backup center. And then Washington, I am going to give a 3-year deal to bring him back. So I'm not bringing back Oubre, and then I'm going to sign Washington to a 3-year deal. Is there anything else I should do? We got like Terrence Davis that we could bring in. But I guess we could start Gordon Hayward for another year, which I don't love doing, but might be where we're at. Unless if we have like, I guess McGowan's a 6'6", so maybe we can get away with him being like a small forward for us. He goes up to a 73. I might just throw him out there over Hayward because I don't really care about Gordon Hayward. So maybe we start McGowan, see what he can do for us, and then JT Thor play some minutes. So we're nowhere near contention just yet, but adding Scoot and LaMelo as our backcourt is going to be awesome. I think it's going to go very well. So progression. We got Melo going up. Mark Williams is up too, which is a good sign. Hayward is down. McGowan's is up. JT Thor is up. Bouknight is up. So all these guys developing at the bottom is nice. But yeah, basically right now, the big 3 that I'm kind of like excited about is obviously LaMelo, Henderson, and then Mark Williams. So that's what we'll kind of go with. So hopefully this will turn into something. I am going to show you the rotation real quick before we get into next season. and then we'll go ahead and see how we do. I honestly could see a world where we make the playoffs just because of how overpowered LaMelo is, and then Scoot Henderson's pretty damn good out of this draft class as well in 2K. So power ranking lands is 23, so not like one of the worst in the league. So your starting lineup is Scoot, LaMelo, Gordon Hayward, Washington, Mark Williams, Monty Morris, Nick Richards, Bryce McGowens, and JT Thor. I'm going to go ahead and move Gordon Hayward to the bench. I'm going to make sure he doesn't start because I don't really care for him to, like I mentioned. And McGowens will get the starting small forward spot. I don't know if he'll, take it over or anything, but I'm going to give him that chance. So we're going to move Hayward to the bench, and that will be that. And if I do stop the trade deadline to potentially trade Hayward, I will show you. If not, he'll walk in free agency and be off our hands, which will be very good. So at the end of the season, Scoot Henderson broke his nose, but he did make an all-rookie first team, so that's really good to see. So LaMelo and Scoot Henderson, the backcourt did not lead to success this year, which is fine. But if we go take a look at the player stats, this is what it looked like. So you had 25 from LaMelo, so both Henderson and LaMelo were hurt at the end of the year, or maybe we were tanking again, who knows. 14 from McGowan, so at that starting small forward spot, he kind of did his thing with 14 points per game. Now, I don't know if I should sit here and be like, okay, he's the new starting small forward, but it is really cool to see that he was the third leading scorer. Hayward with 11. There was nowhere to trade him to, so I'm just going to be glad he's going to be gone this offseason. Mark Williams, 10 and 10 with 2 blocks per game. Exactly what I would love to see out of my center consistently, so really cool with that. Morris with 9 and 2. Richards with 9 and 8, and also another solid backup center. So I really like my center rotation right now, in Washington with 9 points per game. So we're not in the playoffs. We were actually finished as like one of the worst teams in the league again. So yeah, 19-63, not good at all. Not good at all. So we need to change that. This offseason, I think things will change. But we got to see where our lottery pick will fall again. And it does belong to the Spurs, but it's lottery protected in real life. So 2K, it's going to say that it belongs to the Spurs, but in real life, it's actually lottery protected in 2024. And then I think until 2025 as well, that's protected, this Hornets pick is. So they want LeBron to retire. I don't think he will retire anytime soon. So let's just go straight to the draft lottery, and let's see where our pick may fall. So let's see where we're projected to be. And we're projected the #1 overall pick. So the Spurs are honestly in riches right now because they got 3, 5, and 1 projected. But I know for a fact that Hornets pick belongs to me, and it ends up being number 5. So we're gonna have the 5th overall pick in this draft, which kind of sucks. Would have loved like a top 3 pick again, but I will take number 5. We can try to draft someone here to add to the roster. And I think other than that, hopefully the Wizards. So the Wizards were really bad, and they don't even have their pick. So next year we own their pick, which is top 3 protected. So potentially that Wizards pick could be really damn good next year. So that's another ammo asset that we have. But I'm going to go ahead and get that 5th pick, and I'll see y'all on draft night. So heading into draft night, I think we need to walk away with a small forward if possible. So let's see how this goes. So Matt goes #1 to the Knicks out of high school. You got Robert Dillingham going to the Thunder. So far, guards off the board, which is great for me because I don't need a guard. So Zachary goes #3. I'm hoping that Justin Edwards follows me at 4 and he does, or at 5, I should say. And that is who I'll be taking here at 5. So we're going to be walking away with Justin Edwards to be our brand new small forward. I loved, and he averaged 24 points per game in college. I loved what McGowan did for us, so I'm going to keep him as like a rotational backup. But I think getting a really good small forward in this draft is really going to pay dividends. So as far as what I'm getting at the end of this draft, I'll just take Skylar Clark and call it a draft. So just like that, we walk away with an 80 overall small forward that fell to me all the way to 5. I have to feel really good about that. So welcome to the team, Justin Edwards, and I will sign Skylar Clark as well. So player options, Mark Williams, Book Knight. I think it's time to move on from him. He's not really doing anything for us, and I think it's just time we let him go. So I'm going to decline Book Knight. Kai Jones, JT Thor. I might decline one of these guys as well. I guess I'm going to decline Kai Jones because he's a little bit older. And then Kyle, I'm going to accept. Lively, I'll accept. And Caleb Love, I'll accept. So I'm going to let these two go, and we'll go from there. Qualifying offers, LaMelo is a free agent. Got to re-sign him, of course. That he's going to be the centerpiece of this team alongside Scoot Henderson and now Justin Edwards as well. I'm not bringing back Gordon Hayward. I am going to re-sign Bryce McGowens because he did a great job. And then Monty Morris, I'm not really sure what I want to do with him. So right now, Scoot Henderson, Caleb Love, Justin Edwards, PJ Washington. I feel like we'd use a better starting power forward as well. I'm just not really sold on Washington as my 4 going forward, especially since he ain't going to progress anywhere near where I'd want him to be. So we got like a Vanderbilt. We got a Patrick Williams. We got a Sadiq Bey, Bull. So there's a lot of good options here. But I am looking at Patrick Williams as the best, but he's asking for a ton of money. So I don't know if I want to go with that route. Sadiq Bey, though, would actually be really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and sign Sadiq Bey to a deal if I can get him, because we have plenty of money. So I'm going to try to sign Sadiq Bey to a deal because he progresses pretty nicely in 2K, and him and Washington can share that power forward spot, which leads to me renouncing Gordon Hayward 100%. And then it's a matter of re-signing McGowens, and I'm going to give him a nice 3-year deal, pay him off for what he did for us. And then I'm going to I think I'm going to resign Monte Morris as well. Why not? Nice backup piece. I'm going to resign him. So I'm going to sign all these guys. Of course, I'm not renouncing LaMelo. That's insane. And I renounce everyone else. Boom. Okay, so we're going to get these guys, and LaMelo Ball is going to get his payday as well. So brought in Sadiq Bey, which I feel good about, and LaMelo will get his payday here, and boom, just like that, we have our kind of new roster here in Charlotte. So we got Scoot Henderson, Monte Morris, you got LaMelo Ball, you got Justin Edwards, McGowans, Sadiq Bey, Washington, and JT Thor, Kyle, Mark Williams, Nick Richards. I feel good about it. Feel pretty good. I think this team might find a way to sneak into the play-in this next year. I really do. With the new rookie addition and Sadiq Bey progression, you have Sadiq Bey up to an 80. You got Henderson up to an 84. LaMelo to a 92. Williams up to an 81. Edwards, hopefully he comes in and plays well right away, and we shall see what we get out of him. And then Thor, McGowans are still developing. So overall, I feel really good about this. And we still have Sadiq Bey and Washington's contract down the line, plus that Wizards pick if we want to go all in for like a new power forward. So I'm in a really good spot right now. I'm feeling good about where we're at. I think there is a potential that this team makes playoffs or play in here, and then we can go be more aggressive next offseason. So taking a look at the rotation, power ranking lands us number 14. So you got Scoot Henderson, LaMelo, Edwards, Washington, Mark Williams, Sadiq Bey off the bench. You know, it really doesn't matter too much, but I'll throw Sadiq Bey at the 4. Mark Williams at the 5 still. Washington, and I'll go something like this. Like that. Monte Morris, Washington, Richards, and JT Thor. I am actually going to throw McGowans in over JT Thor. I like what we got on McGowans a little bit more, so I'm going to go something like that, and then we'll see how this season goes. Hopefully we're in a play-in spot. That'd be amazing. So Scoot Henderson actually comes out, goes from all-rookie first team to winning most improved player in his sophomore year, averaging 28 and 7 next to LaMelo. So our backcourt is pretty phenomenal, I imagine. So here's your All-NBA first team, LaMelo making an All-NBA second team, and Scoot might find his way in an All-NBA team here soon as well, putting up the numbers he does. But we are going to be in the play-in tournament this year. So we are the 8th seed, so we have a chance of getting our shot inside the playoffs, which is honestly super amazing. So if we go look at the stats for this season, this is what it looked like. So you had 30 from LaMelo, 28 from Scooter Henderson, or Scoot, I should say. I don't know why. I always say Scooter because the 2K draft classes I had to put that because just never mind. It's Scoot Henderson. I don't know why I said that. 15 from Bey, 13 from Mark Williams, 9 from McGowans, and then Justin Edwards, only 4 points per game in his rookie season. So his shot didn't seem much to be like super low, but overall he was terrible. He was absolutely atrocious. He was not very efficient whatsoever. So that's something we might have to keep in mind. Maybe we have to be a little more patient with them. We'll see. Mark Williams is developing 13 and 10 and getting 2 blocks. Exactly what I want to see out of my center. So overall, that's great. All right, so we get to play the Knicks. So let's see what we get to do against New York here. Let's see what they got going on their roster. So they got Jalen Brunson, Matt, Kogi, Randall. I don't know if we get past them. We shall see. Game 1, we beat them. So just like that, we are in the conference, or not the conference finals. We're in the first round. Not quite the conference finals, but we got Scoot Henderson, LaMelo, Edwards, Washington, Mark Williams, Sadiq Bey going up against, you got Garland, Mitchell, Okoro, Mobley, Jarrett Allen. I don't know if we take down Cleveland. If we can get like a couple games on them, that'd be awesome. We're down 2-0. We're down 3-0. And we're going to, okay, we get 1. Can we get 2? Yes, we can. Can we get 3? Oh, man. Okay. So just like that, we get eliminated in the first round, take a couple games. So that's a good sign. We got this team a valuable playoff experience. That's one thing we can take away from this. And another thing I'm very, very excited about, which is what I was banking on, is Washington was terrible. They went 31 and 51. So that pick may convey to me from that Terry Rozier trade we made earlier. So that is going to be a great thing for us if we can get that to, you know, hop into us. So draft lottery time. Washington, please don't be in the top 3. So they're projected pick number 4. Hopefully they stay outside the top 3. And we are going to get pick number 4 in this draft from that Terry Rozier trade. Absolutely amazing. Hawks get number 1 via the Kings, which is insane. And I think that's going to be it. And then the Spurs finally get our pick, I believe. So Spurs are going to have our pick, if I'm not mistaken. Where is our pick? It's Hornets. Okay, I think I need to give that to the Spurs. So I'm going to give that pick to the San Antonio Spurs because we're not supposed to have it. It finally should convey in 2025. But we are going to have that Wizards pick, which is going to come in handy here. Whether I take someone or we use it to make a trade. For now, I'm just going to stay patient and just select someone at number 5 here, or number 4, I should say. So we got a guard going off the board, another guard. So overall, this is going good so far. And I think I made the right decision by waiting. We get Nasir Cunningham in this draft, or you take Ian Jackson, but I'm going to take Nasir Cunningham because I know he ends up being pretty damn good. So I'm going to take Nasir Cunningham, and I'm going to feel really good about that. So once again, another nice rookie added to the mix. Could have taken Ian Jackson. I guess he would have been better. He's an 82 overall, but either way, Cunningham should be good as well for us. So feeling pretty good. We got Nasir Cunningham, not Cade Cunningham. And then player options, Henderson, Mark Williams, Skylar Clark. And then free agency, Lively, Caleb Love, and Kyle. Honestly, if all of them come back, that's great. If they don't, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't think we really have any important free agents. Nick Richards, I'll probably bring him back. But other than that, it's a matter of choosing whether or not we want to roll with what we got right now, or do we want to make like a veteran type trade? Because we have the assets to do it. We have Cunningham and Edwards now. We're going to have Washington and Bay's contract. So if I'm going to make a move, it's going to be for a good forward. Now, I don't know if there's a forward out there that makes sense to go get. This free agency class is loaded, but we don't have the money to sign anyone outright. I guess if we want to do like a sign and trade with somebody, we could technically try to pull that off. But yeah, I really want to see, like, what should we do? Should we be patient, or should we go out there and strike and get our 4? Like, right now, okay, I was about to say Paulo Banchero. I was about to say, is he available right now? That would be crazy. I've never gotten him. Michael Porter, also someone we could kind of think about. Bring him in. He's an expiring contract right now. 86 overall. We know we'd get with him, but of course the injury thing is a concern. Got like Brandon Miller. Siakam, of course, is out there, but I don't think I'll go for Siakam. Porzingis, I mean, would be kind of wild to bring him in. Keldon Johnson on the Spurs. Got like Kevin Durant, Booker, Aiden. Dang, we got some options. Cat, we want to go for something crazy like that, or I could just, like I said, stay patient. I think I'm gonna wait till after free agency, because or at least till day 12. I'm gonna let free agency run its course real quick, and then we can take a look a little bit further on, you know, forwards that we can grab, because there's a lot of forwards sitting here in free agency. So as I'm skinning around the league for a forward, and it's Mikal Bridges. It's who I'm lending on. It's who I want here in Charlotte. He'd be the perfect guy to bring in here to play next to Henderson and LaMelo. He'd fit right into that small forward spot. Edwards was really disappointing last year, and maybe he'd progress like crazy this year. I don't know. But I want Bridges here. He's a guarantee for us to be a lot better next year. So I'm offering this. And just like that, the Nets do agree, and we get Mikal Bridges to be our brand new small forward of this Hornets team. He was on the last year of his Nets deal, and the Nets were really bad. So they sell him off, get a top 5 per former pick who was, you know, didn't fit in Charlotte, and he becomes an absolute stud, I guess, in Brooklyn maybe. So Henderson, Morris, LaMelo, Mikal Bridges with Nasir Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, JT Thor, Mark Williams, and Nick Richards. I felt really good about this. I think with Bridges coming in, it's just going to elevate us to a whole new level. So let's go to player progression. Caleb Love, Kyle, Derek Lively, all back. That's great. All right, so we got LaMelo, Bridges up to an 88, Henderson up to an 85, Mark Williams up to an 83, Nasir Cunningham 78. And I'm also very curious to see if Edwards developed like crazy or not. So Edwards only went up 1 overall. See, that's just not good enough for what we need right now. So that is why, and they got Ingram in free agency as well. So that is why I'm super happy to be walking away with Mikal Bridges as my new small forward for going forward, because this team needed that kind of punch here. And we should be a potential contender now. I don't know if we'll win a championship this next year, but for the next 2 years, I would love to see us as like a top 3 seed in the East. I honestly think we have the potential of doing that with how much our backcourt can score, adding some defense with Bridges, and then 5th seed or 5th ranked power ranking right now. So we got Henderson, LaMelo. They want to start Kyle, which is kind of bizarre, but I don't know. Do I do that? Mark Williams, Sadiq Bey, Monte Morris, Nick Richards, Nasir Cunningham, and JT Thor, McGowan. So we have plenty of depth. If we look at our proficiency, we're sitting at a 4-star with Kyle starting. I guess, why not? I'll roll with it. If it's not working out, though, I'll definitely bench him. But we shall see if we can finish up as a top 3 seed in the East. So at the end of the season, LaMelo Ball makes an All-NBA first team. I don't believe we get Scoot on here whatsoever. But we are, in fact, a top 3, or no, I guess top 4. Sorry, not top 3, but top 4 seed in the East going up against the Atlanta Hawks. So here's how it went. 31 from LaMelo with 10 assists. You had 24 from Scoot Henderson. You had 12 from Sadiq Bey. Kyle with 11. 11 from Mark Williams, and a 10 from Mikal Bridges. 10 from Nasir Cunningham, and 9 from Monte Morris. So let's go ahead and see if we can take down the Hawks in round 1. We all know Atlanta, really annoying to deal with. So hopefully we can take them down. Somebody current round, and we are going to go to a game 6 with them. Can we beat them? And boom, we take down the Hawks, and that is a good sign. But now we get Cleveland, which is another team that's pretty tough to beat. They got Garland, Malik Monk, Isaac, Mobley, Jarrett Allen, Tillman. Do they still have, yeah, they don't have Donovan Mitchell anymore, unless if he's injured. Is Mitchell injured down here or something? Nope, no Donovan Mitchell. That is a good sign, which is why they were the 8th seed. So can we take them down? Kyle is starting, and it is definitely bizarre, but it looks like that's what's working for us, so I guess I'll leave it. Game 1, we're up 1-0, beat them by 4. 47 for LaMelo, and Kyle with 25. So you know what? Let me step back a little bit. This man is him, I guess. We're up 2-0, 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. Can we beat them in 5, though? Yes, we can. We're in the conference finals just like that. And now we get to play the Orlando Magic. We have Killian Hayes, Jaylen Brown, Franz Wagner, Paulo, Wendell Carter, Suggs, Yaka Pirtle, Josh Hart, and Usman Dang. All right, this is going to be a tough one. Game 1, 1-0 lead. 36 from Boncaro. Doesn't matter. 25. Kyle, he's averaging 12 in the playoffs. I was about to say, every time I'm looking at the box score, the man is putting up 25. So, or 20s. But we're up 2-0. 3-0? Are we about to beat the Magic like this? We're in the NBA Finals. But can we win a championship over a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder? Hopefully they don't have Shea anymore. They do. Damn. Okay, never mind. So that's that hope is gone. But their bench, really damn good. Chet Holmgren. They got Shea, Josh Giddey, Kuzma, Jalen Williams, and Chet, Trey Johnson, Amanda Quickly, Jalen Williams. Game 1. We're up 1-0. 129 and 114. 48 and 15 for LaMelo. He's averaging 33 in the playoffs right now. Just keep it up, man. And we win a championship. 2-0 lead. 2-1. Can we go up 3-1, please? Yes, we can. We beat them in 5. Yes, we can. First championship of the off-season series, and it comes in the 3rd episode. We failed at getting the Spurs, and also the Pistons won. But we got the Charlotte Hornets a championship. Of course, LaMelo Ball being in Chico definitely helps, but this is what it took to get it done. We were able to keep Mark Williams as the starting center throughout the video, which I'm super proud of. Got Sadiq Bey, brought in Bridges, drafted Henderson, drafted Nasir Cunningham. Overall, we turned this Hornets team around, and that was my ultimate goal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you drop a like if you did. I will see you guys in the next one. Tomorrow, we'll be doing one of the 2 teams that get eliminated tonight. So until then, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.